North Curry is under threat. Recent planning applications now total 80 houses, which would be an increase of 20% over the present housing stock, the largest expansion ever in the history of the village.
My parents have lived in the village, I guess it must be almost 20 years, and I can't imagine the village being able to sustain that many new residents in terms of the school, the local doctor's surgery. And we come here for holidays with my family, and it's such a beautiful, quiet, close little village. And that's the thing that I worry about being affected by having so many new families. You can absorb a few, but the 81 or so that's planned is just ridiculous. It's too much.
It's been a bit lost a few days. All my last work.
The centre of the village is a conservation area with the post office stores well supported. Nearby is the Bird in Hand, and there are 2 other pubs in the parish. There is also a community coffee shop, a hairdresser's, well-staffed health centre, excellent primary school and 2 sports fields.
I'm actually in support of new development and affordable housing in the village. What my problem is with this proposed site is the size and the footpath. This virtual footpath that they plan to have would be dangerous. It's not wide enough, and vehicles come along Windmill Hill very fast, and people won't use it because of that, and may then drive to the school and even drive outside the village to local shops instead of using our local shop and doctors.
The primary school currently has over 130 pupils, but there are 3 temporary classrooms, 2 of which have been there since the school was built more than 25 years ago. The annual flower show takes place in the popular village hall, but is also used by lunch clubs, various sporting activities, a choir, dances, a monthly produce market, a thriving film society, and of course the parish council and WI. Eight years ago this was a derelict barn. Now, after much hard work, it has become a community coffee shop, staffed by a rota of 100 volunteers who can each nominate a charity to receive a proportion of the profits. In total, nearly £100,000 has been raised. This superb sports ground and pavilion was built 3 years ago and is home to football as well as cricket. The original sports field next to the village hall has a children's playground and multi-use games area.
There are 3 potential planning applications affecting the village, and I think the cumulative effect of potentially 81 houses in a short time, how they will be, the new residents would be assimilated into the village could be quite an issue. And I hope heed is paid to the parish council plan, which was for smaller developments over a longer time.
Here we show the 6 new housing developments that have been built in North Curry over the last 35 years. They are all smaller than the current applications. Some were built by a housing association and with small terraced houses. This is in line with the parish council plan for small sites, which was endorsed by the overwhelming majority of North Curry villagers. David Wilson Holmes, part of Barrett's, one of the largest house builders in the country, hopes to build 45 houses on a prominent site at Windmill Hill in our village. This is one of their developments off Silk Mills in Taunton.
I've lived in North Curry now for nearly 20 years, and I have to say, looking back, that this proposed development in Windmill Hill is probably presenting the biggest threat to the character and amenity of this village since the gypsy incursion of 2004. We've been through a very thorough local process to determine our needs in terms of housing policy. This was supported by the district council, and they know what our wishes are. If they now go ahead and ignore those and accept this proposal, then we might as well throw local democracy out of the window.
This indicative layout, taken from Barrett's outline planning application, shows the 45 houses plus a catchment pond and allotments. And this is where they hope to build, right on the main approach to the village. Most of the hedge will go. The most direct way to the village is past this dangerous pinch point where there is no pavement, though the builders have suggested a virtual pavement, a white line painted on the road. Here we show the proposed development at Overlands for 30 houses built in 2 phases with a 5-year gap between. Access is via the existing road that leads to a poor junction with Stoke Road. While there is a footpath, there is no quick road to the centre of the village.
I've lived in this community all my life, as did my parents and grandparents before me. I have a daughter living here with her children, so we have several generations enjoying this village. We now have too many applications for too many houses in too short a time, which is going to change the character of this village from a rural idyll into a suburban monstrosity.
Well, I've grown here, I've lived here all my life,
Yeah.
up to now. Like somebody said to Fred Chitty,
Yes, Fred, yeah.
have you worked here all your life? I said, no, not yet. So, I don't think there's necessity to have houses on. Yes, build a few houses you know, half a dozen here and half a dozen there. As to go, I mean, you've only proved that